Japanese urban legend, Kuchisake Onna. On one late evening, you had extracurricular activities to tend to after school, so it's already dark when you started to make your way home. The streets were empty as you were walking because you live in a suburban area and it usually gets really quiet at night. However, you still get the feeling that someone is watching you. Recently, there have been rumors about a woman who wears masks to cover her mouth, which is slit from ear to ear. She had been attacking children on their way home from school. You do not believe in such rumors as you think people just made it up to entertain or scare themselves, but deep down it scared you a little bit. That's why you always have a candy in your pocket. Candy can distract her, they say. You kept walking until you realized that you got lost. You checked your phone for directions, but your phone was dead. You figured out that you'll just go back to where you came from and try to get back to the main road, but it seems that you just ran into a dead end. Under the street lamp, you started to make out the figure of a woman. She was wearing a mask, but you thought it was pretty normal since everyone is wearing a mask these days. So, you turned around and started walking towards the main road. Then you heard the clicking of heels behind you. You're contemplating if you want to yell at her to leave you alone or not, so you stopped, and suddenly the heels stopped too. Your muscles tighten and your stomach drops as you hear the faint sound of someone breathing. You closed your eyes and mustered up the courage to turn around. You took a step back and realized she has a shears in her hands. She looked into your eyes for a few uncomfortable seconds and she asks, "Am I beautiful?" You realize whether she's the slit-mouthed woman or not, it's probably a bad idea to mess with this woman who was holding a weapon. So you just told her yes and decided you'll make a run for it, but your legs feels like they are rooted in place. She moves her hands up and starts to pull off her mask. You started to feel your legs again and you remembered the candy in your pocket. Throw it at her and make a break for it. Your next turn brought you back to the main road. You slowed down a bit and then walked briskly. Finally, you're back at your apartment complex. You make it up to the second floor and made the mistake of looking back down the street. Somebody was standing there. You quickly rushed into your room and unlocked the door inside the apartment, quickly locking the door behind you and staring at the window to see if she followed you. You realized you were home alone. You thought there is no way this woman would break into your home and thought of it as a prank. So, you've calmed down after a minute and made yourself a drink. An hour passed. There was a knock at your door. If it was one of your family members, they wouldn't have to knock since they own a key. You take a look at the peephole just to be sure. You put your hand over your mouth so the woman can't hear you breathing and you crouch down on the floor. After a few more hours, which felt like an eternity, you hear the lock turn and the door opens. It was your mother. She asks you if you're okay. She then took a shower and fell asleep with the TV on. But you can't fall asleep. Suddenly, there's a breaking news announcement. The body of a junior high school student was found at a local park, slashed in several places including their mouth, torn from ear to ear. The legend of the Kuchisake Onna, which literally means slit-mouthed woman. She is a yokai that first appeared in the Gifu prefecture in December 1978, and in just a matter of months became a national sensation across Japan, even sparking a small panic. Asahi Shimbun, a popular newspaper in Japan, recognized Kuchisake Onna as a buzzword during the summer of 1979. A report even stated that at one point, 99% of children were familiar with the legend. The Kuchisake Onna especially resonated among children. It was during the time when children were either coming home from school or going to a supplementary cram school when the Kuchisake Onna appeared, dusk or twilight. It was such a fear that parents and teachers even formed groups that would accompany children to or back from school, and in some instances, police even patrolled the roads that children took. As the rumor spread across Japan, and with any legend, it began to take on many variations. However, the overarching story is that the Kuchisake Onna is an attractive young lady wearing a white face mask that covers the mouth and would ask a lone passerby if she is beautiful. If the victim replies yes, she would take off her face mask and reply, "Even like this?" If the victim then says no, screams, or runs away, she will cut the victim's own mouth and give him or her the same nasty gash. But if the victim says yes again, the Kuchisake Onna will pretend to walk away, then follow the victim home and brutally slaughter him or her. If the victim just said no the first time, then she would simply kill the person on the spot. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell down below so you will be notified on our next future uploads.